I don't want to end the segment without asking the question of, where were you on 9/11? I remember exactly where I was. I was sitting in the news set getting ready to do the next cut-in for weather and local in the morning show when that first plane hit the World Trade Center. And I just felt like the breath just knocked right out of me. And right there I thought, where is my daughter? I had only a 3-year-old. Where is my husband? Where's my family? It was really life-changing. Where were you on 9/11?
Well, nothing that extreme. I was actually in the dentist office, and my husband was like the appointment after me, so we were at least together. But it was one of those things where it's like, this can't be happening. This can't really be. It was just it was beyond comprehension. And then, I remember just seeing things right after that, and I had the opportunity to go to New York a month later, and just I just remember the smell. Just that smell that I can still smell to this day was just very overpowering.
Gates?
So I was a sophomore in high school. I remember where I was standing and who I was talking to and all that, but I'd rather spend my short amount of time here piggybacking off of a couple of things you all said about thanking people. People need to feel recognized. They need to know they're recognized because the work isn't always seen. However, take that thank you and go beyond that. Don't just say thank you. Live like you mean it. Honor our military servicemen and women when they're not in front of you. When they're deployed, check on his wife, the spouse, drive one of their kids to football practice, whatever it may be. We've got to honor these individuals, not just when we're face to face with them, but when we're living our everyday lives, because they are the reason we can live the lives we have.
Thank you. Sharon, where were you on 9/11?
So I was in a high-rise building in Cleveland, Ohio. I worked for the Chamber of Commerce at that time, and in typical Sharon fashion, I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off, and I had come in early, went into the conference room, saw it on the news in our lobby, and then got done with my meeting, came back and went to my desk, and I had like 5 missed phone calls from my husband, and who worked for the Department of Defense at the time. And he said, "This is very serious. You need to go pick up the children right now, and I will meet you at home." Wow. And so I did. I mean, at that point, and I was lucky because downtown was gridlock for hours after that. I was one of the first people out of there. I got our kids, I went home, and we just took it from there. And like you, my daughter and I, the same daughter I went to pick up at school, we just did a trip to New York and went to the museum, and it's so moving. Because for me, what drives it is there's a story and a person behind every single one of those people.
That was lost, yes.
And, I live each day to read one of their stories, learn about it, and honor their memory.